New York, and on the new Hot 97 app. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
Ebro in the morning, Laura Styles, Rosenberg, and the OG.
Yeah.
Ice Cube in the building.
What's here for Leah?
New album out. New album out. It was what's the name of the album?
Everything's Corrupt.
Everything's Corrupt.
Yeah.
First record on there, first interlude, little piece, Super OG.
Yeah.
Then you go into Arrest the President, track 2.
Yeah, Arrest the President.
You think Donald Trump deserves to be arrested?
Yeah, at some point, yeah, I do.
Now, do you think we will actually see a 70-year-old rich white man who served as president in handcuffs in jail? Will we see that in America? Is America gonna do that?
I don't think so, because America is scared to do that.
Everything's corrupt.
Yeah, it'll be a way for him to wiggle out and weasel out and slap on the wrist, and then all it's gonna be is embarrassment.
Right.
That's all it's gonna be is embarrassment.
Since your beginnings in music, you have been vocal about police corruption.
Yeah.
About politics.
Yeah.
About white supremacy.
Yeah.
You continue that on this album.
Hey.
With an extra battery in your back.
With an extra battery.
Ain't nothing changed but the date. That's
right.
what it seemed like. It's the same situations. And, how many times can you examine, what's wrong without fixing it? You know what I'm saying? So, got to keep going in till people want to come to their senses and change it and not just accept it.
In your world, do you think people are in denial about the reality because it's easier for them to just deny what's really going on in America, get their money, spend their credit cards and run with the whole, we live in the greatest country in the world and just ignore the bullshit?
Yeah, it's easy if it ain't affecting them. You know what I mean? They get mad, but they still going to the movies, and they still, gonna go spend that money. Still want that money. It's all about the money. That's what it's all about. So, is people get mad when it affects them. They get involved when it affects them. You going out for cancer awareness because you found out, well, somebody in your family got it. You know what I'm saying? But it's those kind of things that keeps the system in place. It's convenience. It's a facade. It's a lot of stuff that, people don't want to let go of. People will give you money, but people ain't going to give you power. People won't give up that power.
We were listening to the album before you came in. There is a skit or an interlude of you watching, I guess, in the news, the Charlottesville riots. And then you're, telling your wife, yo, honey, look at this shit that's happening. How did you feel when you what was your initial reaction when you actually witnessed it on television?
It just looked like, first it looked like a movie. It looked like it was set up like a movie.
Staged, right?
Yeah, very staged. And when I saw tiki torches, I just wanted to slap somebody. You know what I mean? I'm like, what is this, man? This yuppie ass, college venom. You know what I'm saying?
Went to Home Depot.
Yeah, went to Home Depot with it. And it was just so weak. And I wanted to shove them tiki torches up everybody's ass.
You
know
said
what
that
I'm
on
saying?
the song, actually.
Yeah, because it's like, man.
String them up by their balls with a pulley.
Yeah, all that. All that.
It's a quote.
We're going to do them all like that because it's like, it's bullshit, man. All this fascist bullshit, we ain't going for that. Ain't nobody going backwards. Y'all need to get that out your mind.
But
ain't nobody going backwards.
But I was going to say, because you said ain't nothing changed but the date, and that is true. But at the same time, the Ice Cube that was...
What are you talking about? The Ice Cube.
Well, yeah, I'm getting there.
Okay.
The Ice Cube that was in 1988, with NWA, that was saying the shit that you were saying. Would you have believed, would that man have believed that in 2018, 30 full years later, they'd be out there with fucking tiki torches? That's what I mean.
Like, we'd still be in the same place or worse.
Yep.
Right.
I believed it. I thought I was going to change the world with a rap. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nah, it's I believed it'd be the same because I heard Marvin Gaye saying what's going on. And I'm like, damn.
And that was
when did he
15
do that song?
Right.
I mean, he did that album, probably before you was born.
Yep.
So I'm like, damn, man, them lyrics mean a lot to me, and it's 1980 something. You know what I'm saying? So I knew, okay, if if I do a song in 1980 something, just because 20 years go by, 30 years go by, I can't expect the world to change. All I can do is expect to tell the truth and hopefully, change some individuals' thought process or the way they look at something. Or then, some people so scared of something they fear it. And so it's all about giving some understanding to the situation, context a little bit to the situation, and hopefully you won't be as scared of it.
So on this album, and I'm glad you're doing it. You're from an era before, or you started in an era before parental advisory stickers.
Yes.
You lived and were a professional, famous A-list hip hop star through the era of what was
C. Dolores Tucker,
Tipper Gore,
Gore,
and C. Dolores Tucker, and
Crushing the tape.
stepping on young black men's music, telling their reality of what's going on in the hood. We watched other black elders deny our voices to the mainstream to appease a white supremacist institution, the government and police, right? We watched that, right?
Yeah.
You came out with Fuck the Police. Ice-T had Cop Killer. These voices, I was like, y'all not gonna kill us like that.
Yeah.
You're not gonna pick on us like that. You're not gonna take our manhood from us like that, right?
Well, I mean, y'all ain't gonna do it and we ain't gonna say nothing about it.
Right.
Like,
Right.
damn, we gonna tell the world, scream to the world what's going on, and hopefully people want to change it.
But now political correctness is at an all-time high. You put out an album that basically advocate for slapping up some cops, for sure. The tiki torch, shoving torches up them dudes' asses, and staying ready, which I'm for.
Yeah.
At a time where political correctness is an all-time high. Did you ever,
I
in
ain't worried
recording
about
this
that.
album, pause and go, wait a minute?
No,
Good.
never. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about. I'm not caring about that. I'm just caring about telling my truth, my reality, and how I feel.
Yeah.
And, that's what it's all about. That's hip hop.
It's got to be feel dope too when you
It's
have
freedom, man.
Well, you have all these other ventures, all of which are so good. When you make the music, you just get to have fun. Whatever you're
Yeah.
feeling, there's no pressure whatsoever.
None. Because, I'm pretty sure Interscope want to sell a lot of records. I would love to, but, just being able to put this record out the way I wanted to do it without A&R, without nobody coming in the studio saying anything, but just me doing what I feel and just putting it out with their backing, I'm happy. I'm a happy man, whatever it do, because I feel like this is an Ice Cube record. If you want to hear what, you don't buy an Ice Cube record and want to hear, me doing, what the Migos are doing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to hear that original sound and that original flavor and that original tip just updated. And so that's what I did.
Yo, I think, we were celebrating Jay-Z yesterday. It was his birthday. He turned 49. And, he has had an unprecedented career. Like,
Yes.
everything from here on out with regard to legends like yourself and Hove and LL and Ice-T and whoever, whether it's making music, doing business, or otherwise, are, Queen Latifah.
Yes.
We are continuing to see new bars, new heights, higher heights.
Yeah.
Do you ever stop and get a chance to enjoy that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just not knowing that this was going to go this far and this long.
Man, yeah, just not knowing you was gonna live this long. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know we was gonna live this long, and so it's just great to be around and to have a legacy and to still get respect and to still get love and and for people to still be interested in what you're gonna do next. And so, I'm in it for the creation and for the to do something that ain't never been done. That's what I'm all about. Everything else is gravy.
Speaking of what's next, we talked about you and LL Cool J possibly getting together to purchase some sports stations from Disney. What's that all about?
Well, we think we deserve them. We think we the best people to run them. It's 22 regional sports networks that Disney has to sell because of this Fox deal.
Because they own too much.
They own too much. They was going to have too much market share. So they are for sale. We believe the way they've been ran is trash, and we will be able to run it way better, 100 times better than how it's being ran now. And nobody has a plan like ours. Everybody has a plan to just cut them up and damn near have them like mom and pop networks. So that ain't gonna work. And we got the plan. Nobody got. And you guys in the world should want us to get this, because you'll be able to enjoy a new network that's sports and culture equally delivered to you, way better than what they doing now. And they ain't gonna do shit but do the same shit they've been doing, play the game, and then color bars.
Well, and I think a layer deeper than that is people to understand that diverse voices, right? Like what you've done with the Big Three.
Yeah.
Right? Showing that there's a market share and a desire for the consumer to see something alternate than the content that's being delivered. I think we're living in a world right now where you can, people are customizing their entertainment and they have a nice buffet to choose from.
I mean, it's the same old gatekeepers, and they need to move over. It's a new day. It's time for new people to let other visions be heard on a national level, international level. So it's just time. It's time for these old dudes to let go of the reins and let some young blood get in there.
What's standing in the way? Just
it's a bid.
It's
a bid.
Okay,
It's gathering the money. It's putting the plan together. It's it's a lot to it. It's very intricate, and so it's only going to be, at the end of the day, it's only going to be a few people standing, and we plan to be one of them. So they might as well give it to us.
That would mean Ice Cube would, in some ways, become my boss.
Yeah, because you work at.
I mean, yes.
Well, because my show on ESPN Radio in the afternoon, you've called into before actually to promote the Big Three, the Michael K Show, is on the Yes Network, which is in the bundle of stations that's available.
True, and Yes is talking about buying it,
back for themselves.
For themselves. So. We got a plan for that too.
Good. Well, I'd love to have Ice Cube as my boss.
Yeah, trust me, I'm the best boss you could ever have.
Matter of fact, on this album that you can get, it's out now?
Out Friday.
Out Friday. You say you're the biggest boss. On the album, I think one of the lyrics, you was like, I'm the biggest boss.
I didn't say I was the biggest boss.
You didn't? What'd you say?
I said I was a bigger boss.
Oh.
Bigger.
Not biggest. Got it.
And on that, I'd love to know what's happening with the movies. What's happening with Friday? What's the next Ice Cube movie plan with all of the different outlets now? Because speaking of diverse outlets, right? You got all the different places to put content.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're in the lab. You get to a point where you can put out a movie when you want to, and that ain't always good, because you don't take the time to make sure it got the shine. You see what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure these movies that we're about to go shoot are perfect and are great, and that I've given enough time to, because I have been doing a lot of stuff. The Big Three, that done took like 2 years of my life, just getting that going and getting that to the right level, and working on music and finishing this album. I plan on doing a tour with this music. So from there, it's really just standing in the lab. We got Friday going. We writing that. We still want to get
What's
new
the official
line.
title?
Last Friday.
Last Friday.
Yeah. So we still getting new line to make sure they gonna. We want to make sure they gonna pay for it, because
that's right.
It's an expensive movie now, because everybody big stars. So we just trying to get that worked out. And then,
what names will be in Last Friday? Have you
I
locked
want them
that
all.
in?
I want them all. But it's a deal you got to make,
Right.
and we got to damn near make the deal before we write the movie all the way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So dudes is kind of, it's not an easy thing to put together, because as these guys get bigger, they get busier, they get more expensive. So a movie that used to cost this now costing this whole, and so so now it go from a small movie to a big movie, and people got to be in line with that.
Big Three was real successful in season 2. It seemed to just grow and get better.
Yeah, man. It was amazing to go. It was like light years from year one because guys were in shape. We knew what the hell we was doing as far as we had done it for years, so we knew where all the pitfalls and all the,
And
all
last
the
year was the
drama.
first year on TV too.
No, they were both on TV.
Both seasons
Yeah.
were on TV because I watched on television for the first time last season. Was very impressed
Thanks.
by the television. I didn't know what to expect. I had no
Yeah.
expectation. But the way the production on television was run, hearing the referees, hearing the coaches,
Yeah.
plus the announcers and the way the producers, whoever you got behind the scenes, bounce into each audio.
It looks different. It feels
It definitely
different.
was a good experience.
I mean, that's that team at Fox. They great. They helped us really build the look of this 3-on-3 because with the Big Three, it was all new. It was all fresh. We didn't want it to feel like amateur basketball. We wanted it to feel like professional basketball. So they had so much experience. So we just worked it out, you know what I mean? And I was like, we want to be, just a little flyer than what people are seeing. And we want to be a little more inclusive than what people are used to. And so that's kind of the style we end up cutting and getting, and people love it because you get a chance to, it's trash talking in our league.
Yeah.
We don't penalize you for that, so people can be themselves, and I think the fans like that, want to see that, and wish it was more of that in sports.
And some of the players who might not be able to do the NBA anymore, the full court game, or the opportunity's not there anymore. But that doesn't mean that they can't still play great basketball.
Exactly.
And fans get an opportunity to see them. Now, last year the rumors started about Kobe. People started going crazy. Then that got shot down, not
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Could it ever happen? And if not Kobe, who could be that marquee, recent NBA star that you think sends things to a whole different level?
It's always a possibility. That's what's great about the Big Three. Whenever Kobe gets the itch, if he's in shape, he can come play. You see what I'm saying? So we got Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf at 49 years old out there giving.
That's the
giving dudes
original.
the business.
The original OG. I'm not standing
Steph.
for the national
Yeah.
anthem.
Yeah, for
you know
real.
what I'm saying? For
Yeah,
real.
Cap.
Yeah.
And
Shout
so
out to Kaepernick.
shout out. And so but I think Vince Carter is a game changer. I think people would love to see him
What for sure?
play.
If he ever leaves the NBA,
Yeah,
he's
he
still
ever
He
good.
still can play that.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think he's, some guys that just hold a mystique with him, like, Nate Robinson does and Allen Iverson, has. It's just some players that are entertaining and people want to see him play. And
Your white chocolate.
Yeah, we want him back in the league. We think he's a, superstar. Just, we just want to put him on that stage again. And so we just think that sky's the limit. There's so many dudes out there that we would love to see in the league,
Have you reached out to like a Dwayne Wade, who everybody knows is retiring, and like, do you have those kind of like quick phone call, like, yo, my man, I know you're retiring.
Well, yes and no. You know what I mean? When I see him, I'm always sweating him. I saw Chris Bosh at this LeBron thing we did the shop. And I'm sweating him, I'm like, man, it ain't 82 games in the Big Three. You know what I mean?
Half court, man.
10
Easy
games,
on you.
half court, baby. I think you could come in the league and dominate. So, when I see him, I sweat him. We got Clyde Drexler out there recruiting, but the league is here. If you really want to play, our combine is going to be in April. Come, show us what you got, and come get on the squad. At this point, I don't think recruiting is what the league needs to grow. I think guys need to feel it and want to do it. Because guys tell me yeah, and they don't play.
Got it.
And then guys tell me no, and then they looking for a contract. When
So it's
when
about
April come
growing the
around.
league and having it be a part of people's lives where they're just like we just said, we started.
I enjoy watching it.
Yeah,
when
like
I'm like, oh, it's on. Boom.
People don't catch a TV show with the second it starts. You need to be
Yeah.
around and be a part of people's lives. Be on in sports bars when you're out and you're seeing it on.
Exactly. So, and what's cool about the Big Three is these guys already got a fan base. It's just really all about putting him back on that stage.
Cube, you were vocal on, was it a TMZ?
Yes, when they caught you coming out of the fight.
The
Wilder
fight
and
was-
Fury fight. Yeah.
And for everybody that think I bet on sports is bullshit. I wasn't mad because I lost money.
Yeah.
I don't bet on sports. So
what
I
was
was
you
mad
mad-
because
what
it
was
was
you mad about?
bullshit.
You thought
fight.
Fury should have won?
And I thought, from my vantage point, it seemed like, a pretty even fight, boring but even, and, a dude gets knocked down twice.
So you
like
thought
Wilder?
Wilder should have won?
I thought Wilder should have won.
Wow.
See, I thought that Fury outboxed him in a boxing point technicality,
Fury
But
just
I
looked
think
goofy, man. I just can't
awkward.
go for that goofiness.
but he's awkward. But Wilder didn't beat Fury, and the knockdowns were big, but I don't think he beat him most of the fight.
I
He
want
didn't
Ice
beat
Cube-
him, but he knocked him down.
Yeah, but the thing
Almost
is,
had him out.
but-
and that's 2 points. I guess
twice, yeah.
I guess to me it wasn't a draw. To everybody else, I guess that was cool.
A lot of
I'm
people
not
like
cool
Fury.
with that.
Most people who were mad thought Fury won because he won 7 of the first 8 rounds. They thought, and then when he got up in the 12th,
I don't think he won 7 of the first 8 rounds.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Where were you?
I listened to the announcers or something. Y'all listening to?
See, it's
the
different. You were in the
announcers.
building.
I'm at the fight, yeah.
That is also a very different experience watching it there.
You just love Wilder like us, because I know when I watched
No,
it the first time, I like
dude,
Wilder
if,
too.
if Fury would have knocked Wilder down twice on that fight, I'd have said Fury won the fight. I ain't got no car. I mean, no horse in the race, as they say.
Right. You just saw the.
He's like, you think I'm just going for the black
Yeah,
man?
that's exactly.
I'm glad you said it.
I was going for the black man because I don't know too much about neither one of them. So I'm
Now
going for the
talk to
black
me.
man.
There you go.
And he knocked the dude down twice.
Exactly.
But if the white man would have knocked him down twice,
There we
I'd have
go.
said, brother, you
Now
got
we
your ass
talking.
whooped.
Now-
There we go. Yeah.
Now we talking. Yo, man, y'all make sure y'all go pick up this new Ice Cube project, Arrest the President. Did you believe
The
that
new project is called Everything's
Everything-
Corrupt.
Oh, no, I'm
Everything's
sorry, not Arrest the President. Arrest the President is track 2.
Yeah.
Everything's corrupt.
Everything's corrupt.
Yeah. No, I like Arrest the President. I like the song on the album.
I appreciate it, man. I think people got, listen to the record, they'll have their favorites.
Yeah.
And then, you listen more, new favorites will pop out.
Yeah, man. You the voice is intact.
Voice sounds good, man.
No,
Haven't
man, you
lost it.
sound. Yo, I was. Once again, I didn't know what was gonna happen. He said it was like Ice Cube putting out another album. When you hear OG's putting out an album, you like,
Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, I love hip hop. I mean, it's still my hobby.
that's right.
It's still something I do and I love to do when I got free time and when when I'm just chilling, I want to go to the studio and create something fresh and new and fly. And so, I still use it the same way I've been using it since I was 14 years old.
I just like that you on your fuck the police shit, and I'm gonna shove some shit.
mean,
up
that's
a
never gonna
racist
change,
ass.
you know?
You know what I'm saying? Shoot a couple KKK members, like, I'm for it.
Hey,
I'm for
man,
it.
they want to do it to us.
That's what they
Shit.
say.
Hey, I ain't taking no shit. That's what they got to know.
Yeah.
I ain't taking no shit.
Ice Cube is such an influential person on so many people of so many backgrounds. I was talking to my brother 5 minutes before the interview started. I'm like, I got to go. Ice Cube's about to be here. My brother was like, Ice Cube's about to be there? And my brother's used to me having this job at this point. He goes, I need you to tell Ice Cube that I bought America's Most Wanted on cassette 3 times. He was like, I don't know if it was a bad run of cassettes or if I played it too much, but I had to buy it 3 different times.
Yeah, I mean, somebody stole it. That's how it go, man. Somebody get you
Or
for
you
it.
just rocked it to the
When
tape
it-
pop.
Yeah, rock to the tape pop or to the label wear off. You ain't got
Or
no.
remember the cassette used to stretch out and it
Oh,
would be
yes.
like,
Yeah.
and then start speeding up again, the tape stretch out.
Man.
But that's crazy.
Good old days.
The level that you influence someone like that, right? Like at the time, I guess he was 15 years old, and you helped shape the way a lot of people viewed the world. As fucked up as it is, we see the people in fucking Charlottesville. For every person like that, there's 50 times more people who you completely helped change the way they see the world and gave people a broader view of the world. That's got to be a sad. I'm sure you meet
Yeah.
people in Hollywood all the time who are in powerful positions who geek out to meet you.
I mean, it's a good thing because when you a fan of music and you're a fan of people who have something to say, the Marvin Gayes of the world, the Bob Marleys and Curtis Mayfields, and then you can kind of do your records and have a bang on another generation, but just telling the real. I mean, it's hip hop. You know, sometimes you put the whoop on it, but for the most part, you know, with my records, I'm trying to give you the real from different angles, and you know, hopefully it does open your world up and open your mind up to the realities of something you probably wasn't thinking about, you know. So
and like we always talk about, a lot of times when it comes to black music and black entertainment, in this country, they like our entertainment and love our entertainment and are very entertained by the real talk, but do you actually love the people making it? Are your family members the ones out there with them tiki torches? Are you standing next to that bullshit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they will love the records, claim they love the records, recite the lyrics.
But I'll tell you though,
Or
Ice Cube and NWA are tough though, because to fuck with them, to really have fucked with Ice Cube
Public
to that
Enemy
level,
too.
and Public Enemy in 1990, and not have that shaped the way, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are some groups, you could like some gangster bullshit, and it's about black people killing each other and think it's awesome and celebrate it and still be a racist yourself. But to truly embrace the messages of Ice Cube and Public Enemy, you'd have to be a real fraudulent piece of shit, because it was such a part of the music.
it's also interesting because even though you were a voice and you were making quite like these huge statements, but I always think about like the people who like what you were saying, but they were like, you know, not necessarily want to stand by it because they don't know how it's going to affect them. Like I read an article in Rolling Stone not too long ago where you talked about when Dre first heard "Fuck the Police," and I think he was still doing some time with County, and he was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, he was going in. He was doing weekends.
Okay.
So every Friday he would have to go turn himself in to the county, and he was messing up our weekends because Dre, he the DJ, so no parties, no nothing. We bored, mad, and he got to do this for like 6 weeks. 6
weeks seemed like forever back then.
Forever, because it's weekends. You out Monday through Thursday or Friday, and then you go. So.
And he has to check in with the police every weekend.
I'm like, man, one of the times I didn't see him, but I came back, I had this song. He was like, man, we not doing that shit, man. So, man, these sheriffs ain't about to fuck with me up in this county. As soon as they hear this song, it's over. So we had to kind of wait till he was done with that.
Then it was Fuck the Police. Coming straight from the underground. That was my shit.
Good.
Thank you, man. Y'all give it up one time. Ice Cube, get the new
Yeah.
album.